Marvel movies contain a lot of different battles, but the most interesting is almost always reserved for the ending. Today you will see the top 10 of the best final battles in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And we will start with the Spider-Man No Way Home. Here the final showdown begins with Bucky teaming up with the two alternate versions of himself to cure villains from other universes. However, it ended with Peter's duel against the Green Goblin. Here the Spider was seized by rage and thirst for revenge, which manifested itself in every blow to the Goblin. And the culmination of the fight was Peter's attempt to kill the villain. And it was only thanks to Peter 2, Tobey Maguire, that he calmed down and cured the latter. In ninth place is the final battle of Ant-Man against the Yellow Jacket, which unfolded on Scott's daughter's toy train. She looks tense thanks to the superhuman abilities of the little ones. I was also impressed by the painful death of the villain. Scott, despite Pym's warning, shrinks to the size of an atom, sneaks into the Yellow Jacket's suit and destroys it. Darren's suit starts to spontaneously shrink in parts, crushing his body. In eighth place is an interesting final battle in the dark dimension of Doctor Strange and Dormammu, where we saw a variety of deaths of the magician. Steven decides on a cunning move and creates a time loop with the help of a stone. Since Dormammu's dimension is out of time, he is unable to break it, and therefore finds himself in Strange's captivity. The defeated Dormammu agrees to take Asilius and the Zealots and leave the Earth alone.
Is time. Endless looped time. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Make this stop!
Take your zealots from the Earth. End your assault on my world. Do it, and I'll break the loop.
In seventh place is the final battle of superheroes against Ultron and his army of soulless robots. Tony Stark's desire to create the most powerful defense of the Earth against threats from outside led to this. However, his brainchild decided that these people are the main threat that needs to be destroyed. In the final scene, you and I saw a lot of action where a super team tears the Ultron army to pieces. And his phrase, "All of you against all of me," was remembered by many.
Пожалуй, я несколько погорячился.
In sixth place is the final battle of Steve and Bucky against Iron Man in the movie Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Tony Stark makes a truce with Rogers and his longtime friend Bucky Barnes, but he comes to an end because of an old video where Stark saw the death of his parents at the hands of a Winter Soldier. In this tough fight, you and I saw the pain and betrayal that Tony felt. Despite the fact that the main characters do not kill each other, their friendship comes to an end. In fifth place is the final tense confrontation between brother and sister in the movie Thor: Ragnarok. Hela almost completely suppressed Thor with her power, to whom their father Odin came to help in the vision, who opened his son to his real potential. After that, you and I saw the full power of Thunder of God. It certainly didn't destroy Hela, but it looked very impressive. Well, the point has already been put by the revived Surtur. In fourth place, I think surprised many, the final of the film Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Here the powerful father, Ego, and as it turned out his son Peter Quill came together in a fight. In this battle, Star-Lord uses his newly acquired celestial powers in his own manner and fantasy. He turns into a giant version of Pac-Man, who destroys the Ego in the style of a video game character. Well, the victory is brought to the team with the cute baby Groot. Opens the top 3 most exciting final battles of the Battle for the New York from the movie The Avengers, in which we saw all the superheroes together for the first time. And we were able to enjoy their well-coordinated work. Everything that the audience expected from this confrontation of people against Chitauri was shown. Captain America took the lead. Thor fired lightning. The Hulk smashed everything to the left and to the right. Well, the hero was Iron Man, who finished the battle at once and saved everyone. In second place is the battle for Wakanda, which is the final scene of the movie Avengers: Infinity War. At first, we saw a rather promising confrontation of people against the army of Thanos. However, the inevitability itself came. We have never seen such helpless superheroes. All attempts of the Avengers to somehow stop the Titan instantly crashed against its powers and steadfastness. Well, you already know perfectly well how this loss ended. And in the first place, of course, is the most large-scale battle, or rather a full-fledged war of 2 worlds from the movie Avengers: Endgame. It was dramatically started by Captain America, who was ready to fight Thanos and his army alone. However, the emotions of the audience heated up to the limit when all the superheroes, erased earlier by Thanos, returned to unite and fight the invaders together.